again, and now today I am back with a Threezero review. Power Rangers Turbo Threezero review, sorry. Now, I ordered these last February, and they were due to come, I believe, last August. So it's been a year. But I have them now, and they are amazing. I'll tell you a couple of things why they were delayed so much. Partly for some reason they were having trouble getting hold of some materials. And number two, obviously all this tariff shit came on, which also delayed it even more. So that's why it's taken me so long to get them rather. Now, I just want to shout out the whole shebang, which is where I ordered these from. This whole time of us waiting, we would email them like every 2 weeks to a month, and they would constantly check on their systems for updates. They would even contact their partner that they get them from. But they didn't mind. In fact, they were very happy to do that. I love the box art of these, I really, really do. You do get a absolute shitload of accessories with these. However, there is quite a cool way they have packaged them, which you'll see. Now, quick side note, Turbo wasn't one of my favourite seasons. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I really did. So, yeah, I was 10 when this season came out. Good God. So, yeah, I was 10 when this season came out. Now, I didn't hate this season, but it wasn't my favourite season. At the time, my favourite seasons were obviously Mighty Morphin, because they got the franchise started, and Zeo. I loved Zeo. I still do love Zeo. But this wasn't my favourite season, like I said. So yeah, like I said, this wasn't my favourite season, but I do like it, I really do. And I think one of my main reasons I like it is obviously it had the OG MMPR cast in it to start with. Well, I say the OG. The season 2 OGs and the season 3 OGs. And anyway, so as you can see, it's got all the Turbo Rangers on the front, looking absolutely incredible. They really do. So yeah, the picture on the front is great. It's got them with the Turbo Ram in cannon mode, which you do get. Sorry, excuse me guys. Oh, sorry. The Turbo Ram with this set, it's an exclusive to this set. You won't get this anywhere else. So yeah, they got the Turbo Ram in Canon mode there. However, you do have to put the Turbo Ram together. And yeah, it just looks great. I will show you the side of the box in a minute, but I'm just gonna lift up the front because it's got a quite unique, if I can. Where's the Velcro? Oh, I got it. In shot tone.
Yeah.
So on the top you get a shot of all the Rangers and their numbers, which is awesome. And they do this with every single set of the Threezero figures, which I love. I really do. So yeah, that's great. And also I'm gonna let this drop so I can show you the back here. You can see the Turbo Rangers in the window here. I have had these out because I wanted to check they're all okay. So I have had these out and they're all fine. So yeah, that's what they look like in the box. Now I'll show you the rest of the box. So there's the side of the box. You get the classic Power Rangers Turbo logo, which is awesome. And then coming around to the back, bear with me because this is a big box, so you may lose me. Great picture of them holding their auto blasters, with the Turbo Ram in the picture there. And the Turbo Ram is in Canon mode again, I believe, on this. And then if I switch it round again to the other side, and then on the other side you get a shot of them all holding their main weapons that form the Turbo Ram. Because yes, you do get all the weapons with these, including the guns. It just looks fantastic, it really does. So let's get them out of the box now, shall we? So I've got more out the packaging, guys. Quick note on the packaging before I give you a turnaround of them. They have changed the way they have packed them. So before, in the early packs like the Zeo and the Mighty Morphin ones, they were all packed in like individual bags, and they had like plastic wrapped around their bodies to protect all the suits and crap like that. But now what they've done is the entire figure is in like a big, don't know what you call it, bag really, to protect it. And then the only little bag that is on them is the one that goes over the head, so to keep the head safe. Oh, sorry guys, excuse me. So yeah, I really do like the way they now package them. It's fantastic. And it's so much easier because you don't have so many little bags and crap like that. And also, on the early ones, we were always having to either rip the bags to take them off the figures because they were too difficult to get them off, or cut them off, which is not ideal when you pack them away, because I know most people keep them out, well, on their shelves, but I pack mine down for Christmas so they can be in their box over Christmas. And someone jokingly said to me, actually, in a comment on YouTube on one of my, it might have even been the Threezero pack it was on, actually. Yes, so someone actually said I need to fundraise to get an extension put on the man cave. Anyway, I'll give you a turnaround now. I will point out though that they don't have the guns in their holsters because that's all still in the accessory packaging, which you will see. So I'll give you a turnaround now. So I'll give you a turnaround of them now. So they just look fantastic, they really do. The suits look awesome, just like they do on the show. They even have the little shoulder patch on. I think it's on each shoulder, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It just looks fantastic, they really do. Now I know some of their belts are up higher than what they normally would be, so I will sort that out. And yes, I was right, so there's like the little patch for Car Ranger on one side and then there's the number on the other side. So JDF is number 1, Blake's number 2, Adam's number 3, and they all correspond with their car numbers, by the way. But they just look fantastic, they really do. They don't have their weapons in their holsters at the moment because they're still in all the accessories and stuff, which you will see. But they do look absolutely amazing, and I do love the gloss on the helmets, I really do. They just look phenomenal. Even a little, I'm going to call it the light belt buckle. I love the colour shades on this, I really do. And so, like I said, I love these. There's one thing I really wish they would improve on though. It's not terrible, and I'm not putting Threezero down for it, but the stitching on the back of the suits could, in my opinion, be done a bit cleaner. Or do like a zip on the back and make it more screen accurate, and So yeah, I do think the stitching could have been done a bit cleaner. I'll wait until it gets back around to the front and then I'll stop the turntable. I do love how shiny the helmets are, I really do. And I'll stop it now. But just before I move on to the accessories, I'm just going to say something that someone mentioned would be a good thing. Doing the civilian heads for these figures. Now, two things. Realistically, who would pose these with their helmets off? Because I wouldn't. Sorry, pose them with their helmets off. I just wouldn't. So I'm happy with what they do, where they just leave you the helmets on. And another thing is if they did do them with civilian heads, these cost between £400 and £500 anyway for these sets. But if they included the civilian heads as well, it would bump up the price a lot more than what you actually pay for them when they're just like this. I think probably with the civilian heads you'd probably end up paying probably $600. And they are worth it if you can afford it, but they do sell them singly as well. I believe they sell them singly for $120. But then if you're gonna get them all as single figures, it'll end up being this price anyway. So if you want to get them, you might as well get this whole set. Just quickly as well, there's one Ranger that they haven't released from Turbo, which I really hope they do release. The Phantom Ranger. That would just complete this set for me, it really would. Yeah, and again, I'm sure I've said this once already, the packaging is fantastic as well, the way they package these. Let's go on to the accessories now, shall we? So guys, I'm on to the accessories now, and there is an absolute pun, my French. There's a shit ton. There's something quite unique about this packaging. So I'm going to hold up this first, which is the hands here. But what's unique about these is they are named, they've got the letters of the Rangers, so you've got B, P, R, and where's the other one? P, P, R, and G. So they've all got their letter of the Ranger there. Rather, guys, the colour, which is fantastic. They've never actually done this before, which is fantastic. I really do love it. And I am actually gonna keep the hands in this packaging. I've just got to find something to store them in. But as you can see, you get a lot of hands for each Ranger. You get trigger hands, weapon holding hands, open posed hands, but you do also get a unique thumbs up hand for each Ranger, which is what they did in Power Rangers Turbo. So that's the hands, and like I said, I love the way they've done the each letter on the packaging. Now, on to this one, which has the you may lose me because I'm going to hold it up. So it has the weapons there, the main weapons here that make the Turbo Ram, and the car parts. You can get all the swords with it, Turbo Lightning Sword, I think that's called. You get all the auto blasters, you get everything. It's just amazing, and they can all hold their weapons individually as well as combining them to be the Turbo Ram. And then you get these odd like little white bits and black bits here, which are, I believe, to do with the Turbo Ram, how you build it. But as you can see, you get a lot of accessories with these. I don't actually know how many you get. I've not actually counted them, and I'm not going to count them. But yeah, that's the accessories. Now for the challenging part, is building the bloody Turbo Ram. So guys, I'm still on the turbo set here, but I've got the Turbo Ram in car mode, which was relatively easy, but not that easy, if that makes sense. But it looks great. I love all the weapons, and there's certain bits that you have to make sure you've got them in the right way as well, just to let you guys know. The one downside I want to say to this is, I forget what they're called, but the Blue Turbo Ranger's weapons should fire and the things should pop out the front, and they don't. But I get that, you can't ask for everything. And it looks great, the paint looks great, the weapons look great. And by the way, some of the weapons, if not all the weapons, yeah, it is only some of them, are done by magnets as well. But just a warning before I get to the other mode, which is the Turbo Ram in cannon mode, there are little pieces you have to pop out of the bottom of these weapons to actually attach them to this to make this mode. So you have to make sure you don't lose them, because if you lose them, you are in serious trouble, because it just won't look as clean without those bits if you lose them. So let's move on to the Turbo Ram cannon mode. Now we managed to get it in Turbo Ram cannon mode, which actually wasn't as difficult as we thought it was gonna be. It was actually relatively easy. And what I was saying about the Blue Ranger's turbo hand blasters, I think they're called, but I was actually wrong. The bits that I said didn't come out when I showed the car in the normal mode actually do come out. This looks absolutely amazing, and all of this pretty much is all held together with magnets, which is really cool. I'll give you a quick turnaround now. The one thing I do find weird about it though is the back wheels, the front wheels are off the ground, whereas the back wheels or the other wheels are on the ground. So I'll spin it around, give you a different look. So there's it from the side. Which looks absolutely amazing. There's it from the back, which also looks amazing. If you look from the other side, so yeah, this looks absolutely amazing. If there was one thing I would change about it is, and yes guys, this is just me being nitpicky, is I would have like an explosion effects piece go in the front to look as though it's firing. But that is just me being extremely picky. So that's not a biggie, that's just me being extremely picky. But not that I'm complaining, because I love how they look, I really do. Again, I will say this again in the ratings probably. So anyway, let's move on to the ratings. So guys, I'm now on to my ratings of the Turbo Threezero set. Personally, I absolutely love these, I really do. They look fantastic. Just like they do on the show, they just look fantastic. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again now, I was never a huge fan of Turbo, but I did like Turbo, I really did. And some may say it's because it had JDF and the OG season 3 cast in it, minus Rocky, because Rocky obviously left, and obviously Billy left as well. But it's not just because of that. I think they just look fantastic, I really, really do. Now, do I recommend these? To be honest, yes, if you're a Turbo fan, I do recommend them. But if you're a completionist, and you like collecting every single thing to do with Power Rangers, including 1/6 scale figures, then yes. But if you're not a Turbo fan, I say pass on these. Or if you have your favourites from Power Rangers Turbo, say like if you love JDF and you love or you love Tommy, you love say Adam or Cat, you can buy these singly, so that's one of the cool things about Threezero, is you can buy these singly. So yeah, I love these, I really do. They're phenomenal. And I have a vague idea where I'm going to put them, but I need to sort some stuff out first. Now, there is one Ranger we are missing from this season, which I think you guys probably already know, which is the Phantom Ranger. It would be great to have him. Now, I haven't heard that they're doing him, but from previous years, they do generally do them, the Rangers, the 6 Rangers. So that would be cool with him. I love this set. The amount of accessories you get, amazing. The Turbo Ram, what you can do with it is incredible. And the amount of accessories you get, awesome. Absolutely awesome. And again, this seems a weird thing to also mention, but the way they've changed the packaging is fantastic. It's so much easier to get them out of the packaging and also to kind of find the orders, the Rangers weapons, because like they've got the letters of the Rangers on the accessory packaging, so that's cool. That really is cool. And there's one thing I wish that Threezero could step up on, and I know it's not their fault and stuff, but I wish they could step up on the delivery date accuracy, because the delivery date always seems to never be correct on the delivery of these figures. So I do wish they could step up with that. I know it's not their fault because of things that are going on, but I do know with these figures specifically, they did have issues with getting the supplies for the material of the suit with that. But yeah, I highly recommend these. If you're a Turbo fan, 100% get them. If you're not a Turbo fan, it's up to you whether you want to get them, but like I said, you can buy them individually if there's only certain ones you want to get. What I will say is they are still about £400 to £500 They haven't gone down in price. But to quote Bruno, if you want them, get them now, because eventually, as it always goes with Power Ranger stuff, they will go up and up and up in price to the point where it's ridiculous. So yeah, I highly recommend these. 10 out of 10. But yeah, love them. Really, really do. Anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next one.